Fans at a recent BLACKPINK concert. You know who BLACKPINK is. You've done several.
Of
Well,
course we
it
do.
helped us get to where
Yeah,
we
thanks.
We're
are.
part of the Pinks or whatever
The
they're called.
Yeah,
Blinks.
the
The
Blinks.
Blinks.
So they recently had a concert in Singapore, and their fans at the concert were angry because security was not helping them with other fans that were unruly and doing things like holding up, like this picture, holding up fans in the air that were like blocking their view and
Oh yeah,
stuff.
you can't do that.
Yeah, I hate those people.
And then Taylor Swift recently yelled at a security guard at one of her concerts for being too aggressive with her fans. And so the question is, are performers responsible for their fans' experience at their shows to the point of making sure security is doing their jobs properly, whether they're doing their jobs too aggressively or not enough?
I have a ton of thoughts on this.
I mean, I only have really one. I mean, I don't think it's the performer's responsibility, but that performer should have a manager and or handler that's looking at the crowd and looking at things going down and seeing how the security guards and or bouncers are treating the fans and making sure everything is kosher. If they see things are getting out of control, then there may be like a hand signal they give to Taylor or Blackpink and say, "Hey, we're going to stop the show if you guys can't calm down."
Yeah, there's a couple aspects to this. Taylor on one, and I saw the video and I saw the reaction of like the person who she stopped the security guard from messing with, and they gave their side of the story. And the lady's like, "Oh, I was just dancing with my friends and blah blah blah," and the security guard was just had a day basically. The problem there's it's kind of twofold, right? If Taylor doesn't say anything, as if the band doesn't say anything, they could be liable for something that happens. For instance, Travis Scott recently, last year, I think he had a big performance and somebody died in the crowd or got severely injured. And he is the front page. His name is what gets thrown out at a Travis Scott concert. This happened.
Of course.
So there's a little bit of onus on the actual performer if they see something to say something. But on the other hand, I think there's a lot of people to the baby metal, not to the Blackpink thing. I think there's a lot of a-holes in the crowd that feel that they're uber entitled. Like, I spent X amount of money, I can do whatever I want. Where people dance into other people,
right?
They get carried away, or the people
hold up the big fans like you see here.
I went to a Bon Jovi concert
hold up signs
years ago, and some a-hole in front of me, and I had like floor seats, good seats, which I paid a lot of money for. Somebody held up like the scarf from like European, wherever they are in Europe.
Right.
First of all, Bon Jovi didn't care where you're from.
No, he doesn't.
You don't need your scarf. He doesn't care. It makes no difference where you're from.
Absolutely. And he doesn't even see you, by the way.
Yeah, like I'm very cognizant when I go to concerts of people around me, because I know if there's like a shorter person behind me, I'll try to do what I can to make sure that their experience is just as good as like mine.
Right.
But there are a ton of a-holes that just don't care. And I do think security should go in and say, like, this girl's like, "Oh, I was just dancing and having a good time." Well, if you're dancing and you're impeding on other people's space, then you need to be stopped.
Absolutely. If you're running into other people and and you're inconveniencing another person's good time, yeah, absolutely, you need to go.
Yeah,
or at least be talked to first.
But I think also, the artist needs to also, like the Taylor Swift, also needs to understand what's really going on. Is it something that, because some people do pick on security unruly. Like I was at like Rage Against the Machine used to go off on like police officers and stuff. Those are also the same people doing security. And I have no sympathy for that, where it's like, don't pick on security just because you can and you think it's going to get you noticed. So there's a whole thing there, because we've got a bunch of a-holes in the crowd. Security has to do what they have to do, but also you understand that the artist, on the other hand, is the name that gets seen. Like Taylor Swift gets, like, if she didn't say anything and something happened, then her name is getting blasted no matter what. So it's kind of a weird situation. There's no right or wrong answer.
But I think I don't know if it's the performer's job. I think it might be someone someone who has to watch the crowd.
Yeah, I
The
think
performer shouldn't be concerned about the crowd.
in this case, I do think Taylor was probably more in the wrong, because if the girl was just dancing or whatever, security has, if she's impeding or whatever, then yeah, let the security just do their job.
Yeah.
If the guy or somebody like Andy from Creative Underground has a video from the Cult show where the lead singer stopped it because somebody got another person in a chokehold. Like if there's a chokehold,
yeah, you don't want
the artist does need to stop it and say, look, stop doing that. So it all depends on the situation. But I think in this case, I don't doubt that the girl was like, oh, hey, look at me, I'm at a Taylor Swift concert, and impeding other people's space. In that case, the security guard, should go, hey,
something.
Chill, sit, calm down. And Taylor
dance,
probably didn't.
Not into other people.
Taylor probably did not need to intervene on that one.
Man, she's trying to be who she is.
Yeah. So anyway, she got fame. They all got fame. So it is what it is. But I do sympathize with the BLACKPINK fans because I hate people who do that stuff.
Yeah, they hold up the big signs and big objects, big hats. Yeah,
it's like, come on, just go enjoy the show. No one cares about you.
Yeah.